excluding the Okoa Jahazi bid referendum that happened in town, the security on our borders with yet another Mandera attack. So we went out to the street and then we asked some few things that just happened around, and we asked people what they think about the security in our country and what do they think about the elections in general, and this is what they had to say.
Gilbert Koech. Concerning the issue of change of dates as from August, that is second, they say the second week of August to December. I can easily concur with it, and at the same time I can object. I can concur with it because of August is the mid-year, where the events, the calendar of the year is on. And it's good to change to December. On the other note, the MPs are hiding themselves some months. It means they're hiding also, they're hiding some cash now to them. You find that it will be strenuous to Kenyan economy, to Kenyan citizens. They'll have to dig inside their pockets to pay them, which means it's also expensive. That's all I can say.
Kwa majina naitwa Julius Okubasu, na kwa opinion yangu kivyangu nilikuwa naona hizo changes za elections kutoka December to August itakuwa ni vigumu sana kwa mtu kuvote during August kwa sababu hakuna vacation hiyo wakati watu wengi wana vacation. Lakini during December kuna holiday kubwa, watu watakuwa wengi wale wanaweza vote. So kutakuwa hata ule mtu atakuwa amevotiwa winner atakuwa na chance ya kupita na massive votes. Kwa upande wangu nilikuwa naona hivi.
My name is Wilson Kilonzo. Regarding on security, Kenyan security on the borders, well, I would just say the government is not doing enough. Though it's a bit trying because it's so occupied with other things rather than dealing with the real issues of security.
My name is Mary Jaoko. I think the government is not doing enough concerning security. First, because of what happened in Mketoni, I don't think it's safe for us. The government, as in like the troops, are in Somalia, and in our borders, we don't have security. So personally, I think the troops should come back and safeguard us in our borders.
Kitu cha kwanza, najua tulienda tukapigia katiba kura, tukaipitisha. Na unajua sheria haiundwi eti kwa mwanadamu. Sisi ndio tunaunda sheria itulinde si na tunaweza ibadilisha. Kura ikipikwa mwezi wa 8 kwa inainterview na mambo ya masomo sana na wanafunzi. Sasa at least ingekuwa December ingekuwa vizuri kwa sababu December hata kama kutakuwa na run off, at least kutakuwa na time ya kukava ile time yenye wanafunzi hawatakuwa shuleni. Hiyo time itakuwa recovered kwa hiyo mambo ya December. And then mimi ningependa hata kama itabadilishwa isikuwe tuseme mwezi 2017 ikuwe kama kuanzia maybe 2022 kwa sababu najua IEBC tamu yake ina expire November 2017. Sasa ukisema ati baada ya hiyo mwezi mmoja kuja kwa wale viongozi wengine itakuwa ni vigumu kupata viongozi wengine wenye watakuwa na integrity kwa ile position. No. Sasa at least hata kama itabadilishwa usongeshe mbele ianze maybe 2022 hapo hivyo. Ndio, lakini mimi naunga mkono tarehe ibadilishwe itolewe August ipelekwe December.
Jina mimi naitwa Mwenda Dereva nakaa Kiserian. Nasema hivi kwa maoni yangu kuhusu date ya uchaguzi ati itolewe mwezi wa 8 iende December, it's very long. Kwa sababu tumeshashuhudia wakati wa 2007 ikienda 2008 watu wakukaa na amani. December ikukulika tena mseme iwekwe tena kwa nini kwa December, haiwezekani kusema ukweli. Afadhali limeni mwezi wa 8, na hata kama ningeona hao wabunge naweza ongea na wao niwaambie hiyo ni kitu haiwezekani. Sisi raia tutaumia bure. Ikae hapo mwezi wa 8. Yeah.
I'm Philip Ndekerer. I'm a resident of Nairobi. Okay, on matter security, I actually don't think the government is doing enough on matter security, considering the attacks in Garissa and subsequent attacks even here in the capital city of Kenya, here in Nairobi. We've seen numerous attacks so far, so I don't actually think we are safe as Kenyans, considering how porous our borders are. As of yet, we see right now we have countless immigrants here in Nairobi, right here in Nairobi. We are not sure how they got into the country, but they are here. That we know, that we can tell. Attacks in Lamu, attacks in Garissa, attacks in Moyale, they're actually being blamed on people who are not citizens. So my question is, if they are not citizens, how did they get here into the country, and why are they not being dealt with? So maybe the government should pull up their socks. They should do better, I think.
My name is Kithatito. On the question of whether the government is doing enough to secure our borders, personally I feel that they have tried, though more can be done. They have sent out more troops to the neighboring Somalia, which is a threat to our security, but we would be better off if we had a waterproof border of Kenya itself. We should be able to know who's coming in, why they're coming in, what they have. Questions of corruption on our border should not be existent in Kenya at this day and time, generally.
Majina, mimi naitwa Mrs. Murithi Peter. Kwa maoni yangu, hii maneno mnasema kuhusu uchaguzi wa August ama December, kwangu ninge prefer on August, sababu naona nowadays Kenya everything has been digitalized. So hii maneno ya kushinda ukienda kupanga line, na tena unaona the chaos that happened last year, last elections, ile maneno sasa saizi si mzuri kwa holiday time. Mimi ninge prefer tu muiweke kwa hii August tumalize.
Kwa majina naitwa Stanley To, ni Narok County. What I prefer ilikuwa naona ni mambo December ndio mzuri. In case of any runoff haita affect mambo ya shule. Unajua tukisema August ingekuwa labda runoff iko, unajua September tayari tumefika. Na again December juu tunaona it is good to start a new year with a new leadership. Hiyo ndio is very important. So that tuone hii January imeanza mwaka mpya na tumeanza leaders wapya.
My name is Pastor Jakes. Concerning our security and our borders, I think the government is doing something. I wouldn't want to say that the government is doing nothing. It's just that considering what's going on, the war on terror in Somali, and it just happens that we are in that moment where it's like the whole thing is focused on us. But comparing other nations, Nigeria and other places, we cannot say we are badly off. And again, we cannot say that the government is not doing anything. No, I actually do believe the government is doing something. Yes.
Okay, I'm Edwin. According to the insecurity on our borders, I think the government is trying, it's doing its best. It's only that we, the citizens, are not helping the government. For example, if the foreigners are infiltrating into our country, we don't give the information to the intelligence services. So we must first take care of ourselves, and then the government can take care of us too. If we give information, because we are the people who know who has come and who has not come to our country, then if we give intelligence information, then we can be helped.
Well, different views right there pertaining the things running our country, in the headlines with the core Kenya, the bid for referendum going on, and the securities on our borders, with other fresh attacks on Mandera and so many other things happening in Kenya. Those are some of the views that some of you had and opinions on the street. And sometimes it's good as we react to make sure that the things we do to promote our country are right. You think straight and know that this I'm doing for my country, and you need your country to be safe, and you need to react wisely to some of the things that you deem are right for your country. Are you proud to be Kenyan? Are you proud to be in your country? Then act like you know. Act like you know. Those are some of the things that we tell you on Arise Africa. Remember, it's hashtag Arise Africa Aviation TV Kenya on Facebook, at Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter. Start the conversation. Tell us if you're proud of our country and some of the things that you need to do to work on your country. And so right now we get our health tip for the day, and going round and round with getting different tips for daily, and we've got some of the things that some will make you right. We've got the cucumber the other day. Today we have the tomato. And that was the tomato, you guys. You probably have had tomatoes with your food, in your salad, and you don't know what it does. So those are some of the 4 pointers. That is just a few of what you can carry with you. It improves your vision because of vitamin A that reduces night blindness and so many other things that help with your vision. It fights cancer, it maintains your blood pressure, and we've also seen that it reduces the rate of heart disease. What else do you need to know from the tomato? You feel like there's a fruit that we've not covered, and there's a food that you like, that you feel is really healthy and like to know what it helps in, just tell us and we'll be sure to give and share the tips with the rest of you. So right now we move to Business Mwananchi, and this is just a segment where we cover businesses on the go. We've been going around covering businesses and telling different business stories, and now's that chance to give you as viewers the right chance to have your business covered. If you feel like you have an enterprise that you feel we need to cover, a distributor, a sole proprietor, a company, whatever it is, remember we've got you covered in our segment Business Mwananchi. These are some of the businesses that we've covered a long time, and we feel like we need to cover yours next.
Naitwa Peter Mwangi. Mimi naishi Dandora. Mimi kazi nimeshafanya miaka kama 20.
My name is George. I'm in charge of sales in a company called Siozumi. We manufacture this product. It's called Magnificent Dashboard Cleaner. We also have another product called Magnificent Tire Shine.
Mimi kwa majina naitwa James Kotia, lakini ile inajulikana sana kwa hii kazi yangu ni Moses. Na hii kazi ya construction ilianza 2000 mpaka wa leo.
I'm Philip Morioki. I'm the shop manager at Inix Electronics Company.
Jina mimi naitwa Elisha Kiumbi.
My name is Patrick Maingi, and I do a business of lighting systems.
Different stories, different ideas, same enterprise mind, different stories all the same, and you feel like there are different stories out there, and you feel like your business has a story, or your business just started that they need to share some of your ideas. Just hook us up. Our line are Aviation TV Kenya on Facebook, at Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter. Hashtag is Arise Africa. Let us know of your business. I will be sure to have it covered and tell your story just the way you want it. And it's also a good time to showcase your business and what you have to offer, some of the different openings and some of the opportunities that you saw, and that was a gap in the society. So right now we get our quote of the day, but when we come back, inspirational moment, Arise Africa still continue with the safety tip. We still continue with the guest of the day. Be sure to keep tune in. We have our guest for the day, keeping it as a surprise for the moment. We've got The Habit, we've got DIY, Good Vibes Performances Lounge that you don't want to miss, and the features, so many other things to watch for Arise Africa. We go on our quote of the day. good thing about the quote of the day now. If you don't know your passion, if what you're doing is not your passion, then you've got nothing to lose. That's a quote by the author who we don't know, so it's anonymous. But the quote really makes a lot of sense. If if what you're doing is not your passion, you really have got nothing to lose. You don't feel the edge to the extra energy to work hard. You don't feel like there's a push driving you. You don't feel like there's nothing. You've got nothing to lose, so you just do it either way. So it's good that you find something that you're passionate about and work hard every day to make it better. Work hard every day to make an impact in your life and make the impact in the life of others through your story. That's a good quote for the day, hoping it's giving you excitement for the day, because I'm surely excited for now. And right now we move for our inspirational moment, just to give you a tip of what you must do to succeed, of what you must do to get that good move for the day.
You heard me tell the story with the lion and gazelle. You still stuck, you're a gazelle. You are a gazelle. You need something to motivate you. What happens to the gazelle when the lion ain't chasing him? Well, what happens is nothing. He stops running. Why? Because he always needs something external to motivate him.
There are a lot of people, you're not successful in life, not because you ain't got talent, not because you ain't got skills, but your character ain't right. And I've told you this before, that if you're not careful, your talent will take you places that your character can't keep you. So what's your motive? The reason why you can't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, the reason why when I say get up at 6, you're looking at me like I'm crazy, is because you don't have that thing that's driving you, that's pushing you to say no to the alarm clock and wake up, no to the snooze button. When you get that extra assignment, that extra lap, the reason why you can't do it is because you don't have the right to that motive that's pushing the action. What's your why?
Somebody came up to me. They said, E.T., man, I'm tired. I put in the work, E.T., I'm not seeing the results. I did what you told me to do. I read the book you told me to read. I put in the hours you told me to put in. I'm doing it, and I'm not seeing anything. Listen to me closely.
Why do you do what you do? And that's so important. It's not enough just to be a doctor. You got doctors who got terrible bedside manners. Terrible. You got lawyers who are skilled but arrogant. And we talk about character right now. What's your motive? What moves you? What drives you?
And whatever it is, sports, life, business, whatever it is, health, listen to me very closely. You got to change that mindset.
Even in your action, while your action is good, you've got to ask what drives it, what guides it, what moves it, what's the spirit behind it, what's the reason behind it, what's the purpose behind it.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, when you ain't got nothing left in your tank, you got to think about the people in your life that you're doing this for. And then if you could think about them, you could go one more mile. You could go one more day at work. You can find a scholarship. Listen to me, when you're doing it for somebody else, when you like that lion, if I don't grind, if we don't grind, if I don't grind, they don't eat. This is it. I wish I could back off, but it's fourth quarter. I wish I could tell you something else. I wish I could tell you you tired, go take a break. I wish I could tell you tired, rest for a year. I wish I could tell you that it's gonna get easier. I wish I could tell you it's gonna get easier. I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's gonna get lighter. The weight is gonna get lighter. I wish I could tell you that, but that's not the truth. The truth is you gotta find something within. You gotta find something within, and that's gotta push you, and that's gotta elevate you, and that's gotta drive you, and that's gotta move you. And when you find out what your why is, and your why gotta be deeper than you, when you find your why, you don't hit snooze no more. When you find your why, you find a way to make it happen.
It's time for you to look within yourself and decide that I'm in charge of my destiny. I'm in charge here. Time to face yourself and talk to yourself in the mirror and I'm not going to allow anybody to turn me around. I am determined that I'm going to make it. The time for just wishing is past. Time for doing, that's the time right now. Time for acting on your dream. Find out what it is you want and go after it as if your life depends on it. We can decide to take charge of our own destiny, begin to truly live our dream.
Listen to me closely. When you get to the point where enough is enough, when you get to the point where it hurt real bad, when you get to the point you can't take it no more, when you get to that point, I'm telling you, I can't explain it to you, but doors start opening, opportunities start happening. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit doing the process. You cannot give up because it ain't what you see. You cannot give up. Champions keep going when they don't have anything left in their tank. That's the difference between the greats. That's what separates them. When they don't have no more, when it's over, when they're tired, when they're frustrated, when they're ready to give up, when they spent their last dime, that's when they get started. Are you hearing me? It's when you have nothing left. It's when you depleted all your money, when all your energy gone, when you have nothing left. That's when it's showtime. When you find a way out of no way. When you find breath that you don't have. When you find energy that did not exist. When you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe.
So I ask you, what do you intend to do now?
Amazing quote right there, amazing inspirational moment. That film just gave me, I know, so much zeal, so much psych for the day. I remember my old man used to tell me, Mike, if there's nothing you're fighting for, if you don't keep on running, if you give up easily, there's nowhere you're going. And you know, I feel that is some of the determination that has kept me going through the years. And what do you feel are your desires? I love that clip because in it had this analogy between the gazelle and the lion, and telling you that if the gazelle is not being chased by the lion, if it's not playing prey for the lion, it really doesn't do anything. It just stands there and graze and relax and chill. If you feel like in your life sometimes you need a lion to push you, find that lion to always push you and go. In this story, in this specific film, they've talked about desire, the desire to succeed, the desire to be better, the desire to work harder and, you know, to perform at your best. That's some of the story that is giving me. What is some of your desire story? What pushes you every morning? You can share that if you don't mind. Our lines are always open. Hashtag Arise Africa, Aviation TV Kenya on Facebook, at Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter. And that's just how we do it on Arise Africa. Remember, there's so many things that you're looking forward to, so many things that I've got psych about. We've got our guest for the day, we've got habits, we've got the do-it-yourself segment, we've got good vibes, and waking up this morning, it's so much psych. But first, we go to Napo, because sometimes I feel like Napo gives us these things, gives us this analogy, gives these illustrations of the way we need to do some things to be safe. And our safety tip, Napo has always given us different ways at work, on the road, in the gym, and specifically at work, he's always talking about avoiding stress. And today on avoiding stress, we'll see what Napo has for us. It's so funny how adorable things look when you try, especially when you're trying to make them look safe at the same time makes a lot of sense with animation. That is Napo giving us, you know, a tip for the day. And working without stress, it's all about understanding your department, understanding your craft, so that you avoid stress and the things that you do. Stress working sometimes is not good. In anything you do, so long as you're working under stress, working under duress, not understanding exactly what you're doing, it's good to inquire and know what your new work is all about. If there's something new introduced in your place of work, it's good to know so that you end up working properly. It's good for yourself. That's how you maintain safety. And right now, even as we talk about safety on our roads, it's good to be vigilant, it's good to be keen. Do not overspeed, do not stress drive, don't be in a hurry. If you want to get to a place earlier, I'd rather you leave early and, you know, just drive safely and composed so that we avoid carnages like the recently happened on the Narok Nakuru Road. It doesn't